All right. Okay, I'm live there. Now I just need to figure out how to share the screen. I need to figure out how to do that. I should have been learning this a long time ago. I've been busy though. Brother been busy. All right, let's see if this thing live. All right, I think I'm live. Let's see. Okay, it's still not registering live here though. Peace, power, and profit, guys. I don't know if you guys can see. Hold up, let me see. I think it's on another channel. That's probably what it is. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's showing on another channel. It must be. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Bear with me. Again, y'all know they killed Google Hangout, so I've been having the OBS downloaded forever, and it's just been sitting around. Obviously, I've been crazy busy. That's why you guys haven't seen me online. But I mean, outside of that, I was trying to have it steadily, readily available to the point when I have to use it. I'll be ready to rock. So today is that day, and now I got to figure out how to do again. Y'all know they killed all that Hangout, stuff, so right. So that's pretty much what it is. Can you guys see me? If you guys can see me, press 1. Okay, it's not even showing. Let me see. The camera's not even on. Ay. Let me figure this out really quick here. This is going to be a crash course on reality here very quickly. All right, so okay, so it's the screen is blank. So let me see here. Hey, what's going on, family? Guys, bear with me. I'm trying to get my little my live stream set up here. Again, they killed Google Hangout, so that's a dead duck. So I have to crash course learn this OBS like very quickly so I can do my screen sharing and all that. It's weird too because I thought it was actually set up, and apparently I didn't have it my specs in it profoundly set up in a way where I could do live shows or whatever, live broadcasts, and so I went to kind of log on. I said, let me set this thing up. I have a little time, and lo and behold, it's nothing is working now. So so apparently my camera's not turned on. So let me see if I can do it another way. Man, golly. I dropped the ball on that one. Sorry about that, guys. But again, this gives me some homework to do later this evening and getting that, up to speed here, for you guys, whatever. So again, I do appreciate you guys stopping by. I know it's kind of like, well, what this guy got going on over here. All right, we have no camera here, and so again, I just have to, get with a couple people I know that use it a lot and get a crash course, tutelage on how to set it up and get everything popping. So the mic and everything is good. Oh, where's my phone? Oh, it's upstairs. I hear it buzzing. Oh well. All right, so yeah, so that's my thing here. So I'll try to figure out the camera, guys. I know you guys are busy too, so in the event if you kind of in and out at some point, if you see the screen pop up and start working, y'all, you guys will know that I had it fixed, or at least got it up and running. So right now I'm just trying to get the camera to, obviously, start working here. It's set up, the front page was set up though. So what's going on, everybody? Again, peace, power, and profit. Thank you for stopping by while I figure this out. Right now I'm in the dark. literally in terms of the camera, it's not cut on. We're definitely recording. We're definitely live streaming on OBS here. I need to just set up get the camera on. Why is this thing not yeah. All right. Let's see. Excuse me. All right, video. Let's go. Where are we? All right, come on, video. Where we at? Again, I hope you guys are trading this market. I'm pretty sure you guys are out there, getting after the market right now. Crazy day, right? Again, it's weird too because leading up until today with this big 700-point sell-off that we're having, I was very adamant, in terms of, I guess I should say, predicting that our moment in the sun would come for a lot of people who were, shorting into this, to this energy right now in terms of this downside energy that's been spun on by the Fed cut, later with the Trump tweet, and now we got the Chinese are firing back pretty much, pushing back with their retaliation by devaluing their currency, which they did. They devalued the yuan down into the 7 range, which is something they haven't done in a long time. So this is their pretty much a sabotaging of the U.S., pretty much of the global currency because God, obviously they having some of the, between the U.S., Europe, and China having, the strongest currencies out there at this point. And so by them, devaluing theirs, that's causing a lot of hiccups in terms of the foreign exchange market and how they're going to rate, products and services to that nature. And so it's kind of like how I think Iran or Iraq did maybe I think last year when they did a ramp up on oversupply of oil values, which dropped the prices of oil so quickly, which actually devalued the oil production that U.S. was doing in a way to kind of outprice them out the market, right? And so this is a form of trade war, political warfare in a lot of ways. How you can again weaken your opponent or keep your opponent at standstill, in an interim value while you kind of work out another angle to get them either back to the table to negotiate or re-strategize their plans to come back another way. But I'm pretty sure you guys have read a lot of the headlines, all the different talking points that are out there. People saying this, people saying that. It's it's a whole lot of everything. But again, it's a game of chess at this point, and the Chinese just pretty much checked Trump. They checked him back. He so-called checked them with the 10% tariff, put it on ice till September 1st. They came back and checked them with devaluing their currency, which obviously, just pretty much negates a lot of the strength of the dollar in essence in terms of the forex market. And again, we have, in lieu of that, a 700-point sell-off in the market today. And again, crazy as it sounds, I was telling people over the weekend that it will be weird if we have at least about a 500-point sell-off, due to the shootings that happened, the mass shootings. And the market has to respond at some point. You can't just be inebriated to all these things and numb to them, numb to these kind of things that happen in the as far as American social values that also sometimes affect the political aspect, which also affects the stock market, right? So again, either way, there are some major pullbacks happening in the market. We already know about the stocks that are very, I would say, very weak due to the China tariffs, whatever, because of the value that they have a lot of exposure to Chinese, productivity, whatever the case like that. Meaning a lot of their products are being made in China, and because of that, they're going to be in trouble more now. Apple being one of them, Nvidia, these gaming stock companies like to make the chips over there. Nike, again, y'all probably heard the story about Nike being in trouble. Because again, their biggest factory is always in China. So a lot of these shoes you may end up having to carry a different, taxation fee coming forward, with these price of Nike shoes over the next month or so. If the tariffs even definitely go into play by September 1st. So iPhones is supposedly going to go up about another extra $100 or so, possibly. So Apple will try to have to figure out a way to throttle up their prices or fixate them in a way where they can kind of compensate for it. And then there's other products too. So again, you guys can go online and figure out what's going on for ours. What companies are more exposed to China, which have more problems going forward. Especially if you invested in these companies or trading them, you want to be very cognizant of that. So you're not just overly leveraged in some of these stocks. You might want to pull back out of margin accounts and go more into cash positions so you can protect your position. Because again, any given moment you can have a 700-point sell-off like we have today, which is ugly if you got a margin account. There's a lot of people got margin calls today that are bullish traders, sadly so. But in a lot of ways, they got comfortable. They pumped the market so much they made a lot of people get comfortable, and because of that, they felt like the market could do no wrong, and so they got caught out there with the pants down, so to speak. And they're very if they could take it all back, they pretty much would hindsight 2020 kind of rally. They take it all back and make sure they hedge their positions, right? So again, it's very unfortunate, but that's part of the market. That's why you never invest in the market with your emotions, number one. Then number two, with money that you don't have willing to lose, because again, at the end of the day, your psychology determines you're pretty much your trading trading perception value in terms of how you value the market and value your resources. So you go into the market with kind of loose laurels in terms of how you value your hard-earned resources. Then of course you're gonna throw money around it. It can come back and bite you. But that's not that's not nothing you want to do and you want to practice on a day-to-day basis. As a trader, you want to be very cognizant of what you're doing. Again, where, what, why, and when. Right? 3 of those questions are not all 4. So you understand your risk control, your values. You understand risk management, risk versus reward, the whole reality. You'll have a clear outline plan about what you're doing, right? And you won't get caught in the FOMO reality, which a lot of traders got caught up in. A lot of traders will just buying because everybody else was buying, right? And because of that, it just pretty much liquidated a lot of their positions, unfortunately, right? But anyway. Again, I'm trying to get this thing going while I'm talking a little bit. So again, do forgive me for not having this thing accessed properly. I thought it was set up from a previous time I had tested it, but I don't know if it got kicked out. Okay. Hold up. Is this thing still on? All right, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Press 1 if you can hear me, guys. Excuse me. Press 1 if you can hear me. Oh man, my nose is messed up. Went to the beach this weekend. Okay, something's happening. I don't know if it's the signal went out or what. Can you guys hear me? Testing. Something's wrong with this. This they're saying something about the encoder. Okay, you guys can't hear me. Man, why is this thing? This is like all the way raggedy. I might just have to do it on Restream. I didn't want to do Restream because I can't do screen sharing on Restream. Even though it's very easy. It just plug it in and it rip. But with OBS at least I can be able to pull up the screen and share my screen so you can see what I'm trading and go through it the normal way like I was doing with the Google Hangouts. But nonetheless, again, this is homework. I have to crash course tonight. So in the event I get lucky, get a chance to go live tomorrow, I'll have everything at least operable to the point where at least I could do a somewhat of a nice live stream where I can share my screen at least. So again, it's just I got to go through this crackhead period, so to speak, quote unquote, right? Till I can get this thing up and running properly here, because this is pretty tacky, and I hate being tacky when I come before the family. That's just me, I guess. But man, that sucks. The camera's not even registered. I know it's plugged up too. Everything should be firing on all cylinders. Man, this sucks. All right, so yeah, I think I'm end up having to do. Yeah, I'm going to end up having to do the restream scenario until I can get this thing set up properly. Because I did not think, we have these kind of, simple little issues here. And this is, getting it up and running. Because again, I've tested it a while back, but again, I know I had to update, so I don't know if the update kicked out my settings or what, but either way, this is like, oh man, this is not good. Let's say, I got that. This is, okay, this is going to add a video. I'm not adding that. I'm trying to look for, my audio stuff is good. I mean, the audio is right, but it's just this. The video is just not acting right. You don't want to act right, boss. You don't want to act right, boss. Get out of here, boss. Get out of here. All right. Man, where is my settings? So again, I do, nothing else. I do hope you guys are making safe, effective trades. I hope you are benefiting off this move right now. For some of you guys, may have hedged your positions. You may have bought some puts if you trade in the options market. Just kind of, making sure that you can benefit off some of this downside, downside movement here. At some point, we know the market's going to bounce now because we're going on typically about near the third day of the market kind of really showing, some major weakness. Obviously, losing some key support at around 290, which is the line in the sand for the SPY, the SPY S&P 500 was at 2900 level, and we broke that through the futures market last night, which was very, very revealing in terms of how, China waited strategically to drop that news that, that they are going to obviously retaliate by, halting all forms of agriculture, imports in from America, which crippled the major portion of the Trump, new so-called negotiation leverage that he was aiming to, get the Chinese to kind of succumb to by saying, well, hey, you guys are going to buy this extra, agriculture from us, as a, a sign of good faith that you're back on when it comes to negotiations. So they kind of, agreed to buy so many billions of this, pounds of this, and pounds of that. Obviously, soy being one of the biggest ones. And the Chinese did like last time. They defaulted. They just sat on their hands like, okay, we'll do it, but they didn't do anything. Right? So they pretty much just making a lot of hot air promises and just sitting back waiting to see how Trump going to respond. So obviously what's happening is making Trump feel more desperate. And he don't want to look like a laughingstock in terms of the global community, because now everybody, that's, obviously also caught up in this trade war under collateral damage auspice. They're sitting back like, okay, well, what are you going to do now? You brought this on yourself, now what are you going to do now? And so again, income, this whole idea of, we're going to leverage this 10% tariff, come September 1st, because again, they failed to uphold their end of the bargain or the deal, so to speak, on the,